Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back. Your dreams were your ticket out.
When we left off, we didn't have as great a musical interlude as that, but we had a split party situation. Three-way split in this case.
It's a pretty two-way split now.
In the last session, the two that were able to stay on the train went searching out for their comrades.
Three who were able to stay on the train.
I assume you two always are just, one unit
Joined
together.
at the hip.
Joined at, like the shoulder.
Did you just assume my companionship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. That's a very fair
I did.
assumption.
I very much assumed that. But in the process of searching for your compatriots, in that time frame when you were able to get the train under control, Soren, sadly the one survivor of the initial departure of the train, was searching for cover. And though the elements overtook him, he was delivered from his pressure-cooked fate by a group of gladiatorial nomads of some kind. In the process of healing him, they also demanded that he prove his worth of, surviving the desert. And this was to be done by a one-on-one combat trial with a beast known as a crest eater.
Crest eater.
Though the battle was intense and at certain points very nearly in his favor, the crest eater unfortunately slew Soren, and you're just
Join me in the afterlife.
yeah. He unfortunately joined his earlier departed comrade in death. The two of you unfortunately could not pick up any trail leading to this fateful demise, and so you returned to the train, rode that to the end destination of the hive market, and in the process of the next couple of hours and one trip back to your ship later, you've returned to the hive market, and there's a lot of cashews.
There are a lot of cashews.
I thought I was grabbing a handful, but I just got
A
cashews.
handful of cashews.
I'm not complaining. I like cashews. But
You were able to put out a help wanted ad.
we did more than that.
Yes, you did more than that, indeed. You successfully pitched another business opportunity for the Sonnes franchise to expand into the hive market. Helmond. And at this point, you guys had retired to the ship to recover from your journey, finally having just some semblance of rest. And we'll pick up right there as the next day dawns. You guys are still in the lava tube hangar that really bored into the side of the hive market. If you recall, it's a very almost combination of a jagged anthill and a volcano of some sort of distant, geological activity. And these lava vents host many different vehicles, but you guys both awake and you are free to do as you wish.
Hey, you awake?
How do you get in my room?
Buzz let me in.
Buzz is sitting in the corner and he just kind of looks at you, and he's in the process of that night. I believe you had repaired him for the most part. Yep. So he's still kind of you see him kind of touching where the bullet holes were previously, and he kind of looks up. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I assume that you guys had stuff to do today.
Yeah, I think I'm awake.
You're awake now? What do you have to do today? Is Buzz pretty much done?
He's never done. Don't you
Well-
ever say that in my presence again.
Is he okay?
He's
to,
fine.
To go out with us?
Well, now that you mention, my shoulder it seems to click where it didn't click before.
Run diagnostics.
Well, that's not the point.
Okay, run diagnostics.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm
Are you
just
running
saying.
diagnostics?
Yeah, I'm running
It's a
them.
background process.
Yep, it's fine.
You're executing?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. He's fine.
Thanks for the love, boss. I really appreciate
I
it.
want to make sure you're okay.
Can I look at his shoulder?
Yeah, I should. You can see like you go in there and like while he's repaired all the damage, there's a lot of dirt and sand that have been kind of tucked into the more kind of inward portions of his joints. So every time as you get closer, you can hear that kind of like grating of like if you took like a handful of sand and just like
I hate sand.
any.
Do you not have sand where you're from, Zidix?
Oh no.
What is
There's a
it
lot
like
of
where
sand.
you're from? Is there snow?
The,
I've been curious. Is it wet?
Versailles is
Sticky.
a lot of like there's a really drastic drop off in temperatures when you get out of the equator.
Okay.
We live on the band, which is basically the nice sweet spot of the planet. And my hive or my nest was kind of like embedded underground for the most part. The earliest memory I remember was possibly being an incubation jar.
So, how long was it before you knew what the sun looked like?
Oh, on Versailles, I don't know how many suns there were. Do I know that?
Well, you just have the one, but there's not a day-night cycle. If you
Yeah.
recall, it's
Oh, no, sure.
the planet doesn't have a rotation similar to any of the other celestial bodies within the system.
So yeah, we stayed underground for a long time. My eyes were like, they're not as dilated as they used to be because I have really good dark vision.
Can they be dilated?
They-
Just look it up. It is like
I'll go like this to show you my dilation in dark settings.
yeah, because it's like low light here.
Do the compounds just like bulge out?
They kind of just like
that pattern?
Yeah, they kind of look like an aperture going.
But it's something similar to that. Okay.
Yeah, I have pretty good depth perception.
Is it dangerous there? Is it like a deadly
Yeah.
environment?
Oh yeah.
So is that why you live underground?
No, well, I ran into my tribe kind of. We had a parting of ways, I guess you could say, at one point.
Was it mutual?
No,
Oh, it was them, not you. I'm guessing.
it was mostly them. I would say
I get it.
they brought it upon themselves for my departure.
And you showed them, because you're not there anymore, right?
Exactly.
Hey.
And I'm traumatized for it.
Well, I think we can stop talking about this now.
I'm fine with that. I am perfectly fine with that.
Well, you should have said don't talk about it.
Boss, you're going when you should be like just drop it.
I was going to talk to you about our companions, though.
Yeah.
What if they're dead?
I mean, that's always a possibility. I wake up every morning and I think, what are the likelihood that everybody I know is dead?
Well, I know that everybody I know is dead.
That's
For a fact.
That's a good definitive fact to have in your pocket. You know,
Yeah.
that's a good thing to be able to latch onto.
So I'm thinking,
You may not know what day it is, but hey, everybody you know is dead.
yeah, that's true. That's one constant in my life, that I know that everybody I know is dead.
See, we're working through things. Talking helps.
But we have to go through that process of knowing that they could be dead. We don't know unless we go looking, but
I take that into account every time that Skada would go out and do his thing. He was either not coming back at all, or he was coming back in probably worse shape than he left in, but, you know. I always kind of took that into account, and I assumed that Soren being Soren, he
Yeah, I didn't
is
really
just
know
used
Soren as much.
to. Well, neither did I, but I spent enough time with him to kind of get a little bit of a read, as inaccurate as mine may be.
He seemed like a good
seemed-
soldier type that
he seemed like one who wasn't afraid to dive headfirst into some action.
into
so
a scuffle to, you know.
yeah, not the most complacent of people. So
Possibly.
I chances are that he on the Venn diagram of Soren and danger, there's probably a little bit of overlap there.
Oh yeah. So if he did go out, I hope he went out the way he liked to, going out fighting.